Hey guys, it's Amy at Zoe Beck, and I'm gonna do my July 2020 book haul. So I bought a few too many books, probably. I bought 16 this month. Some of them were pre-orders, and some of them were just books I bought because I think it was pretty much due to the fact that July was a very busy month for me. Work is very crazy at this time of year, so there was a lot of that. I did get a pay raise, so maybe that was part of it. I just kind of, treated myself. And also I went through refinancing, which was not fun, and it was just a little stressful too. So I'm pretty sure I probably did not need to buy all these books, but I'm excited about them all, of course. So anyway, so we'll just get into that real quick. I do want to show, I did buy this Funko Pop that I showed last week on my on my update, but he's just so cute. His Paul Atreides from Dune. And again, this is from the David Lynch, Kyle MacLachlan film, but it's my favorite version still. Not because it's accurate, just because Kyle MacLachlan and David Lynch. Anyway, point is that, but this is cute and he's cool. I'm kind of looking forward to seeing the new adaptation. We'll see. Again, I've read all the main 6 books of the core series of Dune that was written by Frank Herbert. I did not continue on when his son took over, but I really thought the first 3 books were really good. The last books were weird. Anyway, so let's get on to the books. I got 2 books from Book Depository. Both of them are by Anne Radcliffe. Anne Radcliffe was a writer in the late 1700s, so she started writing about 1788 or so, or 88 or 89, I can't remember which year. And then she wrote about, I think, until like 1797 or something, and then just stopped stopped publishing. She just decided not to publish anymore. Very odd. But anyway, I decided to get her first and third book. I had her second book and I have her last couple books. So I got the first book, which is The Castles of Althene and Dubane, something like that. This is a Highland story. I don't know anything about this. Again, she writes very gothic, very twisty-turny, very much women getting into trouble with guys who are very creepy. Anyway, and there's usually a love story involved at some point. They're just fun. Anyway, as I said, I got these because these are before Jane Austen. And I bought these for Jane Austen in July for contemporaries, because technically Anne Radcliffe wrote before Jane Austen, of course, published, but Jane Austen probably read most of these because she makes fun of it in Northanger Abbey. Anyway, the third one, the other book that I got, but it's the third book that she published, was The Romance of the Forest. This is the book that is what I guess made Anne Radcliffe famous, kind of thing. This was the first book that really caught on and everybody was reading it. So I really want to read this one to see what is different about this one, because I read A Sicilian Romance, the book that comes before this, this July, and I really enjoyed it. It was really twisty-turny and funny, but it was silly. Anyway, but I just want to see how it goes. Again, it's a little thicker than that one, so the other one's really thin, and so I have some options, and I still have to read The Mysteries of Udolpho. Anyway. So then I have 2 books from Marketplace. The first one is, sorry, my cat made a noise over there, is a Tanya Huff book. It's a bind-up of 2 books written in the 1989, or published in 1989. So there's 2 books here. It's The Child of the Grove and The Last Wizard, and they're bind up in The Wizard of the Grove. I don't know anything about this. I just heard it's a good epic fantasy that's only in 2 books. So I'm gonna give it a shot. And I've liked a lot of her fantasy. I've read more of her urban fantasy, but I have liked a couple of her fantasies that I've picked up, so I do want to pick up some more. It's kind of old school, but it looks pretty good. So, and I think she was promoting it on her Twitter or something, and I clicked on it and I went, oh, that kind of sounds pretty good. I also got off Marketplace Crown of Blood, The Deadly Inheritance of Lady Jane Grey by Nicola Tallis. So I'm trying to think. I think I saw this quite a while ago. It's been on my wish list for a long time. Lady Jane Grey was the 9-Day Queen, or so she's the one who was queen for a few days and then she was beheaded. Anyway, so she anyway, I remember watching the movie with Helen Botham Carter and Carrie Ellis back in the day, and my friends and I really like to watch that. I said the name of the movie, Lady Jane? Something like Lady Grey. I don't remember what the name of the movie is right now off the top of my head. I don't even know if I own it. I would have to go look and see if I do. But I've always wanted to read a book on her and get more history around it. I've read some books that kind of touched on her, but never like a book on her. And I think I saw this, I did see this on somebody's channel not too long ago. Was it Ruttenberg's library? Was it you? I think so. Anyway, so, anyway, but the point is I'm hoping to get to that at some point for nonfiction. It's pretty good. I'm hoping it's good because I hear it's good. So we'll find out. Then I had 4 pre-orders this month, which is a little bit more than I normally do. Yeah. Anyway, the first one is A Touch of Stone and Snow, which is the second book in the A Gathering of Dragons series by Milla Vane. This is book 2. I haven't read book 1 yet. Book 1 is on my TBR for August. So I'm hoping to get to that one and then hopefully be able to continue on fairly quickly. The third book is supposed to come out sometime in February. Milla Vane is also known as Mel Jean Brooke, who wrote the Iron Seas series. So this is supposed to be, what did I say? Dark, barbarian, fantasy romance. So I'm looking forward to it. I hear this is really cute and there's supposed to be some kind of animal, like a familiar animal, like a cat or something. And so I really want to read this one, but I gotta get through the first book first. Anyway, so yeah, I probably shouldn't have bought this, but I already had it on pre-order. I figured I'd read the other book. Me, always thinking I'm gonna read books that I buy. Funny. I also pre-ordered this, and that's For the Love of Europe, My Favorite Places, People, and Stories by Rick Steves. So of course Rick Steves is from the PBS series, you know, that he does the traveling. Rick Steves, and the, you know, he travels all around Europe. I mean, not so much right now, but I meant in the last like 20 years or so. So I've watched his show and I have episodes on it on some DVD collection I got. But I also really liked his book Travel as a Political Act that I read either last year or the year before. I can't remember. It might be 2 years ago now. But anyway, this is his new book and it's talking about his places in Europe that he really likes. And it's published as like a travel book, like it's that slick and glossy paper. So it's really going to be a weird read, but there's so many pictures and there's a lot of writing. So it's like, again, a lot of stories. I like his stories. I think he has a great attitude about traveling and about interacting with people and being open to things. And I think Travel as a Political Act was really, really good. So anyway, I pre-ordered it because I wanted to see more of his stories. Again, I really like his series on on OPB, or it's OPB for us. Sorry, or PBS for everybody else. I don't know. So then in the U.S. Anyway, sorry, our public station. Anyway, and then I bought another book that's in a series that I'm not caught up on, and that is The Relentless Moon by Mary Robinette Kowal. This is book 3 in the Lady Astronaut series. I've only read the first book, The Calculating Stars, which I really, really liked, and I really want to continue on to Faded Sky, but I'm probably going to read it in September, hopefully, for if I do Sci-Fi September. We'll see. But anyway, this is out, and this is huge, and I had it on pre-order thinking I would get to the other book before I did, of course, which is typical of me, it seems like. So anyway, I'm hoping to get to this again. This is an alternate universe of like the world in the 50s, and an asteroid hits off of the East Coast and pretty much decimates the East Coast. So now everybody's in a battle to get to space because the world is in a decline, and they have to get off the planet. So they're trying to get off. So it looks like this is one that they're going to be on the moon. So we will see what happens. Anyway, I don't know because I've only read the first book. So it's like the space race like sped up, and they're trying to, and again, they have to make some choices there. So it's I really like the first book. The other one is the first book in this series and that I pre-ordered, and that is Deal with the Devil by Kit Rocha. This is the first book in the Mercenary Librarian series. So this is a series where I think there's a group of women who are looking for knowledge after an apocalypse, and so they're gathering knowledge or helping people find knowledge about how to do things and stuff. And I think another group is also looking for stuff, and they kind of clash. And I think that's where there is romance in this. This is like, I would say, I don't know if we'd call it adventure romance. I'm not quite sure. I don't know, because I haven't read it yet, but it sounds really good, again, because it's Kiroja. I've read their Beyond series, which is much more erotic, and it's a very fun series if you're into that. But that was also post-apocalyptic romance, I would say, or erotica, whatever. It was fun. It was just, I enjoyed that series. I never finished it because they took a break at some point, so I read up until, I would say, like 2/3 of the way through the series, and then they took kind of a break for health reasons or other things going on in their lives, and then they got back, and I just never finished the series because by then it had been a little while since I had read it, so I need to reread that series anyway. But I'm hoping to try their new series because I'm not sure how many books are going to be in this one. I'm pretty sure there's going to be at least 3 from what I understand, but this is book 1, and I'm looking forward to it. I just got that, yeah. And then I have a couple books that I just bought. Well, this one I just kind of bought willy-nilly, and I think I bought this because I thought I was going to do it for summer fling that Sarah at Steeped in Books is putting on in all of August, but I don't know if I'm going to get to it with what books I already have on my TBR, but it's a backup, I guess is what I want to say, and that is My Fake Rake, the first book in the Union of the Rakes series by Eva Lee. So I've read several books by her, mostly under her pen name Zoe Archer. But I do have some of her other books that are under her Eva Lee one. I think even Sarah has one on her TBR for August that I'm like, oh, I haven't read that, and it's on my shelf. So I might pick that one up. I don't know. But this is one of my backup plans, is to read one of her books. But I bought this one because it just sounded really cute. It's a woman. I'm not sure the actual time period. I'm thinking it's Regency, but it might be... yeah, 1817. So yeah, so Regency. So she, I think she's trying to attract the attention of somebody else, but she talks her friend, who I think he's a scientist of some sort, into, yeah, I think they're both scientists. I think both of these are, they're both scientists, and she's trying to attract the attention of somebody else who's really famous, you know, so that, you know, I don't know. And she talks her colleague into, you know, pretending to be a rake, or I don't know, to dress up or something. So I don't know anything beyond that. Just sounds really cute. Of course, he loves her already, and he's like, goes along with this, even though he knows he's trying to help her get another guy. It just sounds cute. Anyway, so I'm hoping to get to that at some point, but I just keep adding books to my, anyway. I did also get a book for Women in Translation, which is going on in August. The Remainder by Ella Tribuca, no, oh God, I just had it. Tribuco Zeran, I think is how it's said. I'm sorry. I had it in my, it just slipped. Anyway, I think it's translated from the Spanish by Sophie Hughes. So I think she's from Chile. But the book is about some friends who are go on kind of a trip trying to find the body of one of the boy's mother, or I think one of the children, the guy's, I think is a boy. I think it's his mother. I'm not sure. And they go on a trip trying to find her body for some reason. I'm not sure. There's like upheaval and stuff. I don't know a whole lot about this. I just know that a lot of people read it earlier in the year or last year and really raved about it. And I know I was going to read it. I wanted to read it for, I think it was on Read Around the World by Mel and Mel's Bookland Adventures. And I think I just didn't get to it that month. I couldn't get it from the library for some reason. So I finally just bought a copy, and I'm hoping to read it in August. And then I have a couple Jane Austen July inspired books, more beyond the Anne Radcliffe I bought. I read Heartstone by L. Catherine White this in July and loved it. Read it twice. So I got the next 2 books in the series. The first one is Dragon Shadow, which I'm in the middle of, and Flamebringer. So I think it's just a trilogy. I'm not positive. I don't actually, I think that's all it's on. I showed on Goodreads, so I'm not quite sure if I'll find out when I get to the end if it's done. I'm not sure. But I'm really enjoying this so far. The first book, Heartstone, is a Pride and Prejudice with zombies. No. Oh my god, it's like Pride and Prejudice with zombies. So it's Pride and Prejudice with dragons. So it's really it's like follows the Pride and Prejudice premise, but it has like it twisted with all the great fantasy elements. And so book 2 so far has been really it's moving forward again from that, so we're leaving the Pride and Prejudice stuff behind, but it's mostly like showing all the fantasy elements that we got hints of in the first book into the second book, and a bigger arching plot than that. So it's really good so far. I'm really enjoying it. And as I said, I hope to finish this up here pretty soon. And it matters on how it ends. If I pick this up right away or if I can wait till after I read a few other books. We'll see. But it's probably going to happen pretty soon if I like the ending to this one. Or if it's a cliffhanger, then, you know. I also picked up a biography, Jane Austen, A Life by Claire Tomlin. So I've picked up a couple other ones, like by Lucy Worsley, Jane Austen at Home, and I know I've read another one which is just went out of my head right now what I did a while ago. But this one I've heard good and bad things about. Like I've heard some people rave about it and some people didn't like it so much. But I'm interested to see, as I said, to just read another one. And I picked this one up, I think, because of Kelly at Books I'm Not Reading. She just, I think she really raved about this and liked it. So I'm hoping I'm going to like it. I'm probably not going to read it until next July, but I have it. It's here. Like a lot of things. And then the last Jane Austen one I have is Jane Austen's Letters. This is edited and collected by Deidre LaFay. This is the 4th edition of this. So these are all the letters that we have of Jane Austen that still exist. So the book I read in July was Selected Letters, which was about half of them. So it wasn't all of them. And it was really good. The book was good, showed a lot of stuff, and it had a lot of good notes. So this is even more intense on the notes. So I mean, there's like a huge section of notes in the back on this. And then what I want to do is go through and mark the ones that I have not read and read those and with the notes. And so then I have read everything that we have of Jane Austen that she wrote, like that's physically we still have. So I'm hoping next July that's going to be one of the things I take care of is finish off the letters. So I spent quite a bit of money on this, but this was kind of like, this was definitely the book that I bought that I did not need right that minute because I knew I wouldn't read it till next year. But you know, I think it was the pay raise. I just figured I'd just buy it. And then I have 2 more nonfictions. A Clearing in the Distance, Frederick Law Umstead and America in the 19th Century by Whittle. Oh, what is this? Zinsky? I think that's how it's said. So I think I saw this on Instagram. I'm not sure if it was Anne Bogle from Modern Mrs. Darcy. I'm not sure where I saw this, but somebody mentioned this book, and I was like, that is a book I've been looking for a couple of years. So this is the architect like Central Park, New York Central Park, and I think Stanford campus and Boston's Back Bay Fens, and there's a couple other places. And he did a lot of different things, not all good, but I meant he was definitely one of those naturalists who were trying to show off nature and stuff. So it was a very fascinating thing. After seeing the Biltmore a couple of years ago, I remember I wanted to find a book on Umstead because he was mentioned a lot, and his techniques and things. And I just thought I saw this on somebody's channel and they said it was really good. So I'm hoping it's going to be good. And if I don't read it for Nonfiction November, I can read it for the Springathon if it comes back, because I have plenty of books for Springathon. Just saying. It needs to come back. And then the last book I have is Evicted, Poverty and Profit in the American City by Matthew Desmond. And so I've been wanting this book for at least a year and a half, 2 years. I've been wanting to read this. I just hadn't got around to it. I hadn't found a copy when I went used book shopping or library book sales. And so I bought it one day just thinking, okay, I just need to buy that because I need to read that. So this is, of course, talking about low-income housing and some of the ways things are done that just do not help people rise up, you know, due to low income and then the housing market and stuff. So I'm probably not explaining that really well because, again, I don't know a huge amount about it. I really want to read that. So hopefully that'll get done this year. We'll see. Anyway, so those are all the books. I'm not going to pick them up because there's too many. So if there's anything on here you think I should read sooner rather than later, please let me know. Again, I have a lot of books. I have a lot of series. I have a lot of things. Anyway, and I'm hoping to get to a lot of these pretty soon. So did you guys buy anything good this month? Or in July? As I said, I'm going to try to be better in August. I'm not saying I'm going to be perfect because I'm not, but because it's never going to happen. But I meant this was a little bit more excessive than normal. So I will try to be a little bit more sensible. We'll see. But anyway, that's it. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.